Okay, we're good. Well, we're live. Well, not live, but whatever. Hi everybody. This is Rocker. I am here with. What do you want me to call you? Got a bunch of different names.
Amber.
Amber.
Amber's
Okay.
fine.
All right, Amber. So as you can see, I've got your team pulled up here on my prep doc. Um, so I guess my first question is, how do you feel about how your season's been going? How your season's been
Uh,
going?
well, so far it's clearly been great. I ended the regular season at number one. Uh, had it going 12-2, lost to second seed and third seed at playoffs, which is concerning.
I
But
see.
it's been good so far. And differential's good because a lot of my wins are 5-0s and 6-0s, so that's also reassuring.
Yeah, for sure. Um, of all your Pokemon, who do you think has been carrying the games the most?
Uh, okay, I think this one is pretty obvious. If you look at the fight sheet and the kills. I think Gyarados is second in kills in the league at 25-3. Uh, I
25
think
and
there's a
20
streak.
20 25 and 3 is crazy.
Yeah, I think there's a streak between week 3 to like week 5 or 6 where Gyarados got more than half the kills in every game I played.
In comparison, Zamazenta, which has come to one more game than Gyarados has 4 kills. Uh,
Yeah. It was a really funny thing that happened. I would make a lot of plans where my endgame win con would be either Gyarados bricks for Zamazenta or Zamazenta bricks for Gyarados. And what would happen is Gyarados would just win before Zamazenta got to play.
I see. People losing to the
So
Terra Gyarados.
yeah, I think the defensively I've been getting hard carried by Gliscor and Primarina the most. I think as a core they've been very strong. They're my second and third picks.
I
Primarina just
see.
you Primarina has pretty much always been defensive and just clicks flip turn most of the time, which I think I might be letting it down in terms of the potential it could have, but it's clearly worked.
My favorite
And
Primarina set is Toxic Flip Turn.
oh my
So
god. uh, Unexpectedly, Heliolisk has also performed an incredible amount. I think all of my low tiers have been surprisingly good. You'd think with my roster of I
Surfetched has come to 4 games, which I'm interested in the fact that Surfetched has come to 4 games.
yeah that um okay, so the way that
What?
that happened, a lot
Yeah,
of the time people would be forced to bring they have to bring a close combat switcher because I have a Zamazenta on my team.
of course, yeah.
And then the fun part about that is that if they get chipped down from sacking Surfetch to it, then Zamazenta can win. Alternatively, their only switch into fighting type moves is ghost types, and then they're not gonna expect Surfetched, who has Scrappy.
Well, yeah, no one's expecting Surfetched in this roster.
Oh yeah. Uh, Looking at the teams that I've brought, I think there's only been one game where I didn't bring any of my tier fours and tier fives, which I really like that I'm actually using my low tier as well. Um,
So that would
I was quite proud of that.
be these three: Heliolisk, Muck, and Surfetch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've all come to they've all been the six mon on most of my rosters. Uh,
I am a huge Meowscarada fan, and I'm very disappointed in these numbers.
yeah. Uh, I think Meowscarada was kind of how do I phrase out of place on my draft. My draft is very balance focused. A lot of the mons
Sure,
are
yeah.
a little on the I wouldn't say passive side, but they are, it's a lot more bulky than Masquerada is really meant to keep pace with. So it
Yeah, sure.
felt very hard to place in team building.
Interesting.
I think I would have done a lot better if I picked a more secure grass or a more secure dark type.
I mean, my favorite Meowscarada set is Brain Dead Scarf Meowscarada. So
It's I think the main weaknesses I would say of my team were the lack of easy to click priority moves and the honestly the tendency it had to be stat checked, which is weird because I have a Zamazenta. Okay, first problem is my two main sources of priority were Meowscarada Sucker Punch and Surfetched First Impression. It's
yeah,
not
that's not ideal.
ideal.
One is one
Uh,
is one is very abusable, and the other is surfetched.
yeah, so it made a lot of difficult positions where it's like,
Sure, yeah,
okay, I don't know how to not lose to this because if it goes fast enough, I have nothing. Usually Zamazenta can patch that hole,
yeah. You have
but
a you have a great
sometimes
high
it
you have a great high end speed tier. 138, 123. Even Heliolisk at 109 is pretty good.
yeah. Um and the other issue, getting stat checked, it happened a lot. I really got to feel the fact that base 100 really just can't cut it anymore. I would be like, oh, okay, let's find out what switches into this neutral move, and the answer is nothing. Nothing does. And I cannot win.
Yeah,
I think
I guess Mew plus Jirachi is interesting to me. What does
oh,
Mew provide to your build that Jirachi doesn't?
oh yeah. This is another thing I love and hate about this draft. I like the type stacking. I like two fighting types, two water types, two psychic types. It was very fun. Uh, Primarina and Gyarados both fill completely different roles,
Oh,
and
for sure. Yeah, I
Gyarados
think
is an everything type.
yeah, your double water makes total sense. I don't mind the double fighting either. I don't understand what Mew is doing on this team.
Yeah. Okay. Um, think this one was stubbornness on my part. I
Okay.
originally made this plan around Zamazenta and Mew, and then at the end of the draft, I remember I had Silvally, Ceruledge, Stunfisk, Audino, and I looked at that and I was like, okay, everyone's gonna bring Earthquake every game against me. I want a better Chariot Captain than Ceruledge, or not better, but one that provided more defensive utility as on its own,
Sure, yeah, yeah.
and a real fairy resist that's not tier 5. So I traded those for Jirachi Gyarados,
Yeah,
and then I never stopped to think about what Mew was doing.
yeah.
So
I,
I
I, I
pretty much
I'm also of the opinion that Mew's a little bit overrated in draft leagues.
I overrated it. Yeah,
Uh,
it definitely worked. A lot of games I was able to. There's a few games I was able to bring like offensive sweeper sets that
sure.
could set up. Think the agility reflect type Mew. Wait, no, not Dragon Dance reflect type Mew, which I used against Ram. The only mon that did anything was
Yep, yep.
it was interesting, but didn't work.
Yep,
Uh,
I watched that game.
yeah. I think the main thing I tried to do when I was conceptualizing this draft was I want to abuse all of the things that are busted in that are available. So
Zamazenta,
yeah, Zamzenta was the first thing because
yeah,
there's a small selection of like OUBL mons that are available.
sure,
So
yeah, yeah.
Zamazenta was the one that I wanted. I had second pick in the draft and I swapped to someone else because I was like I could get Chen Pao or Valiant or whatever. But that's boring.
I think Chien
And
Pao is less boring than Zamazenta. I'm the biggest Zamazenta hater of all time. I don't think the Mon is bad. I just think it's not fun.
yeah, I just thought a lot of leagues would be quicker to ban Zamazenta than Chen Pao, so
Yeah,
might
that's
as well
fair.
use it.
That's fair.
Might not get the chance
I
to.
feel I feel like
And then
90% of matches, Zamazenta is either running Bandit or Iron Defense Body Press.
yep. It's
Like,
it's really hard to get out of that box.
what else does it run?
I've tried. What have I tried? Okay, I'll review some of the sets that never got to click any buttons.
Because
I've tried
Gyarados.
setting up with I've tried setting up with Howl. I've tried using Trailblaze.
Sure,
It's
yeah.
just not worth it.
Yeah, no, you don't
It's not.
wait. Wasting a turn to Howl or Trailblaze is just bad with Zamazenta.
And then I looked at it once again because of all the OUBLs. There's a lot of good dark types, so I picked Primarina because it's resists Chien-Pao's dual stab and
Oh yeah,
also
for sure.
is just
Wa-
a good mon.
Water Fairy is crazy now because Chi and Pao, um, like all these broken breakers at the top of the tiers are just dual resisted by Tapu Fini, Primarina, Azu.
Yeah. And then
I brought
oh
thick.
yes, I really
I brought thick fat Azu into Tony, and it just sat on all of his Pokemon.
oh my.
Bro had Chi and
Uh,
Pao and Chi Yu. It had nothing to click with them.
that's so sad. Uh, I really liked hazards. I think when I was making this, I'm seeing three mons of I think three spike setters, four T
You
spike
got
setters.
Meow, Gliscor, yeah, Mew, and then you got Muck as a T Spiker.
Uh,
And
I,
then
I,
three Rockers, I think.
yeah, three rockers. It's been rough. Anytime I try to make another draft, I look at two rockers. I'm like, this is miserable. I've been spoiled by this draft in that aspect.
I want at least
Uh,
two Rockers. I don't try to go for three. I can talk about this after the video. There's something I got to rant about. One of the draft leagues I'm in has horrible point based system. Um,
ooh. And
I
the last thing,
yeah
you first. Okay, the last thing I wanted to abuse about the system was terrestrialization. The way I think about it is that Terra gives you one free turn, so you
yeah
want to
yeah
pick a mon that wins in one turn. So a lot of people were going after like Tailglow Manaphy or uh, just like strong tier two breakers like Garganical and like that's fair. Obviously, these mons are on their own strong and they get amplified by terrestrialization, but there's still
okay.
gonna be a layer of easy counterplay for your opponent, like
See,
Manaphy.
I just wanted to have fun with Terra, so I did Terra Glamora, and then it did nothing.
Yeah, Kimura was one of the more interesting ones. So stuff like Terra Manaphy, I thought it was gonna be super busted, like initially, and then a lot of people would just
It,
punch it in the face.
it is super busted. People just don't know how to play Manaphy.
Yeah. But
You know what
Gyarados,
else is
because it
pretty
gets.
busted? Terra Enam. And you know who drafted Terra Enam? Ram and Butts.
Oh yeah, that ever people that are winning. Uh, um, but I thought the dancers like Dragon Dance, River Dance, Victory Dance were
Yeah,
which should
for
have
sure.
been higher priority because you just get one turn, you speed boost, and you win. Uh, which is what I did,
Yeah, for sure.
picking Gyarados. I still kind of regret trading away Ceruledge. I think it would have been super fun. Specifically watching Flight 3,
I don't
someone was using
I don't know why you regret trading away Cerule Edge. I've never seen stats quite like this.
this Johto in general has had bonkers kill leaders. If everyone just funnels all of their kills to their one guy,
Sure.
Ogerpon I think exceeded
I
me.
was in a draft league where I had Slow King Terra Excalibur back when that was legal. Um, and it died two times in the entirety of the league and got 23 kills.
In how many games?
Uh I mean it was into the playoffs, so it was like an 8 week season. Then I made it to semifinals, so 11, no, 10 games. It didn't come to a game, and I actually lost the game it didn't come to.
Um, okay. That is nuts. Um. So yeah, that's how I felt about the draft at the very least. In terms of game, the games were consistently great. Uh,
Sure, yeah.
a lot of just sack all of my nonsense mons, usually Surfetch or Meowscarada. Sorry, Meowscarada. Uh,
Man,
and then
you're hurting my boy. I love that Pokemon.
I'm so sorry. And then click
Wait,
the
hold
win
up, hold up,
button.
hold up. Gil season 3 Johto. What am I? I don't know why I thought looking it up would work.
Uh, yeah, it was one of your kill leaders, right?
It was 100% my kill leader. Banded or scarfed almost every single week.
Okay. Yeah,
and I
I
and I had Terra Sneasler, so it's not like I didn't have other mods getting ridiculous amounts of kills.
truly let your goat down. Yeah, a lot of sadly a lot of the replays that I have of
Yeah, for
Gyarados people were
sure.
lost in the wipe.
Yeah, I
That
feel
was
like
peak Gyarados season.
I would have been pushing his interviews more if we could go over games, because that would be way more interesting. But
Uh,
I guess from
a
what
lot of the
what you remember, other than Gyarados being Gyarados and Reflect type Mew, what was your favorite set you ran?
favorite set. Okay, I have all of my teams archived. Actually,
There you
I can
go.
look.
Yeah,
Um, I really like the team I brought against Beesquack. I
sure.
will not
Can can
disclose all of it,
okay.
but because I may fight him in the playoffs.
Sure.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I saw the angle for Heliolisk, and I like to think that I made it work pretty well. It managed to pick up 2 kills because he had no switch-ins for it. Like Hyper Voice, Thunderbolt hit everything for neutral, and Heliolisk is nuts as is. That was like the best Heliolisk game because the other ones it was very obvious brings. Jalek was super heavy on physical defense, and then I could just run over it with specs. That's another. I love Heliolisk. This season has made me love Heliolisk.
I also love Heliolisk. Another one of the draft league low tier goats.
It's so good. It just surprises people because it has enough moves to be good, just enough.
I just want to.
Uh
Primarina has one death. Jirachi has one death all season.
oh yeah, those they have U-turn and flip turn. They could escape before things went bad. Oh
Mew
yeah,
has flip turn and view turn, and Mew still has 3 deaths.
it it should have 0 deaths because it shouldn't have come to any games. I had a Jirachi. I didn't need it. Uh,
I'm glad we agree.
oh, wait. The one tech that I'm very proud of. I brought against Yuja. I had a leak surfetched because in
what?
grassy terrain, I believe in grassy terrain, with leak, Leaf Blade is a guaranteed crit, and it would have killed Slowbro from full.
This is a thing.
Yep.
You
Leak gives
learn
plus.
you learn something every day. A couple weeks ago, I
Yeah,
learned
leak
that
gives.
Toxic goes through Phantom Force, and today I learned that Leak gives Leaf Blade guaranteed crit.
Yeah, it's you need +3 crit chance to guarantee crit. So focus
Sure,
energy is
yeah.
+2, leak is +2. So Leaf Blade has a +1. So it I think it was close combat into Leaf Blade or something. Uh,
That's
which is not what
crazy.
happened, but it did this. Oh my god, this set was so cool. It was also
You
steadfast.
literally have a grass type with a stab move that is guaranteed to crit, but whatever.
Don't need it. This Surfetch was also
Whatever.
steadfast with enough speed EVs to get air slash flinch by Togekiss and then outspeed it and hit it with a poison jab.
That's funny.
But that didn't happen. The speed EVs
Sure,
helped.
yeah.
It outsped a Glaceon. and then it didn't kill the Chiyu because it didn't crit.
Because you didn't have the guaranteed crit.
No, it was a 50. It was a 50%. This was also Terra Grass Power Whip Gyarados, which I did use. That's
How
also
often?
amazing.
How often did you get HP iced on your Gliscor? Because that's what my Gliscor had all season. Kept getting fucking HP iced, and it didn't die, but
Mm.
it made it useless for the rest of this fucking game.
Oh yeah, Gliscor is simultaneously the one of the hard carries and also the biggest weak points of this draft.
Mine as
I
well.
didn't really talk about Gliscor. Gliscor came to every single game that I won, and it is the reason I lost one of my two games and didn't come for the other loss. So yeah, it didn't actually get hidden power iced. Most of the time, I would just protect, scout HP ice, and then have a contingency.
Yeah, I didn't run.
Uh,
I didn't run protect.
uh,
I scouted for HP
uh,
ice, but then they like didn't click it, and then they clicked it later, and yeah.
I think it Gliscor. If anything, because it was my one of my two fighting resists. Oh wait, one of my three, but one of my two physically bulky fighting. Wait,
I
yeah, one of my
ran.
two physically bulky fighting resists. I Gliscor would often just run into ice punches more than hidden power ice. It
Yeah,
was
I ran into
Palmot,
ice.
I remember.
I ran into Ice Fang from Zamazenta, and I was max defense, and it still killed. And I counted it, and
Oh,
it is annoying.
yeesh. I think Gliscor is broken with an asterisk. It beats so much and then loses to so much. I think if you
Like,
had it as
come
a Terra
on!
captain, you would have.
Come on! Bro got a banded crit. Whatever.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I think it was
Muck.
technically. I don't think it was max defense, but it was EV to live on a banded Ice Fang, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's so sad. Okay. What else was fun about this season? I just really love this draft. I think this is the best draft I've composed. It's got
With
10
the
months that
with the exception of Mew, I'm a big fan of every mon on this draft. Well, I'm not a big fan of Zamazenta, but it's a real threat. I just don't like the mon.
uh going
Has
into
Muck come to a game other than just being a grounded poison?
uh yes,
Okay,
it's done. Please, I really don't want to lose to an Amorous.
I see.
Uh
Yes, that
hold on. I
uh,
brought it against I don't want to instantly lose the Specs Dragapult,
yeah,
and
sure, yeah.
it ended up
Hey,
helping me not
hey,
instantly lose
you
to
don't insta lose to
Blastoise.
Specs Dragapult.
Woohoo!
You got Sucker Punch, bro.
Yeah, I probably could have outplayed Specs Dragapult with Protect and Primarina, but I didn't feel like it. I have a so not instantly lose to Clefable on the same roster.
I
Forgot about
see.
that. I almost brought Mudshot to deal with Glimora without getting hazards up, but that was really stupid, so I didn't.
That's funny.
What is the other two games it came to? Hold on. Why did I bring you?
I don't know. You brought Mew to 6 games. I'll take Mucka to 4 before I bring Mew over Jirachi 6 times.
Yes, I brought it to also. Please don't instantly lose to Ogre Pawn. Last
Which Okerbon?
normal first game
You've got a
against Mess.
freaking Gliscor!
I think I died to +2 IV Cudgel crit,
Oh,
which I
crit.
think
Okay, yeah.
if I let it get to +2, I would just die anyways. That's Muck, the like stomping tantrum or Zen hit. But what am I doing? Why did it come? Okay, and then the last one was please don't instantly lose the Valiant, which was the wrong threat. The threat was stupid Aerodactyl.
Don't instantly lose to
That was
Valiant is crazy when you have a whole ass Jirachi, but okay.
it gets knockoff. That probably kills me. I didn't
It
actually check.
doesn't kill you unless it's banded, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, what if it gets up to +2?
Well, I'm saying it doesn't two shot with unless it's banded. I don't know if +2 kills.
Imagine if it doesn't, and I just lost for nothing. Oh, close combat would just kill
Well,
them.
that's Culver
Wow.
Berry. That's Culver.
Yeah. Oh,
Which honestly is probably what you'd run into Iron Valiant at +2.
yeah. But a +2 CC might just.
Well,
Yep.
that's zero defense Jirachi, but
Mm, okay. Well, in hindsight,
you
team was
it's a
really poorly made.
it's a roll. I mean, yeah.
That's not a comfy role.
No, it's not.
Uh, yeah. Think that's the thing that yeah, that's the main role that Muck played. It was like a
Uh
backup
yeah, sure.
resistant fighting grass, fairy, all of
Fairy.
that.
Gotcha.
Fairy's the main one.
So basically it was just the backup Jirachi, I see.
Yeah.
I guess
I had two
Jirachi's
backup Jirachis.
Jirachi's not a fighting resist, to be fair, but
Jirachi, I had a Mew as a
I think
backup
you
to
have
it
a
for when I
lot
needed
of
to resist
fighting
fighting.
resist, though.
Yeah.
Every mon on your team resists fighting except Meowscarada, Heliolisk, and Fetched. Zamazenta might as well be a fighting resist, bro. Every fighting type is physical.
Yeah. Why did I? Hmm. Still, there's a lot of fighting types that are strong into
I
me,
mean,
which was very
having a
disappointing.
grounded poison is just good, and Muck's not a bad one.
Yeah. Muck. Uh, I was thinking about replacing Muck with Weezing at certain points, but I feel like that would have stacked like the stat spread is still similar to Gliscor, so I never actually
I
made that change.
see. I see.
Um,
I mean,
yeah,
but you
it's
know
nice to have a mon
the stat stacking didn't bother you with your two psychic legendary.
Mm, that I was on so much copium. I was like, oh, they fill two different roles. Jirachi is here for support. Yeah, and then
Technically, Mew fulfills a different role, but like it fulfills every role and just okay.
I yeah, I was thinking about replacing Mew. Oh wait,
You
no,
know,
I was
Terra Gyarados is a better setup sweeter. Zamazenta's a better breaker. Gliscor's a better Fizz Def Wall. Jirachi's just better. Uh,
getting obliterated on my review. Okay. Uh, yeah, I should have replaced it in hindsight, but it's too late for that
yeah, for sure, for sure. I just felt like harping
because
on Mew because I just think it's weird on this team.
it is weird. I should have picked up literally anything.
Don't worry, you can harp on my Terra Glamora. Um,
Oh yes,
that did
I mean
nothing the entire season.
it got like one rock polish sweep. I
It did
I
do
think
that, but it being Terra was irrelevant to that.
it was a cool set,
I love Glamora, but
but for what?
I don't think it needed to be my Terra captain. But I wanted to have fun, and I thought Terra Gliscor was lame.
Yeah, it's definitely more fun than Terra Glisker. I
And
guess that's
Azu
it
just
for
runs water
regular season.
every week. So
Oh yeah. Oh, that I did want to talk about that. I'm very proud of getting full use out of Gyarados Terra. A lot of people would just pick like their three optimal types and run those every game. You know I've never seen a non like ground fairy steal an Amorous,
you know
but
what? You
maybe
know what?
sometimes fire.
I ran like 8 different types with Glamora. Okay.
And I've brought electric, steel, grass, uh, flying. What else did I run?
I think I brought
Electric, steel,
Ghost
grass, flying.
Ghost, rock, steel, fire. I never brought poison. Fairy, grass, ground. Okay, 7. I think I brought 7.
think I brought like 5 or 6, potentially more. Remains to be seen. Uh, oh,
You should have just made Mew your Terra captain. It can literally do anything.
oh my goodness!
Pretending it's not a
If Mew
tier
was allowed to
1.
Terra,
Pretending it's not a tier 1, yeah.
Terra Mew would be so insane. I if there's ever a league where that's legal, need to
I
play that.
have. There's leagues where it's legal. Like high
That
Terra
would probably
leagues. They're like high Terra leagues don't
yeah.
ban it.
It might not even be that good in high Terra leagues because
I
the
mean,
mons with the better numbers
compared to Terra King Gambit, Terra Ogre Pwn Hearthflame, Terra Blood Moon. Yeah, I don't know.
doesn't match up. It's so sad. Mew can never win.
I'm in a high Terra league. I'm drafting for a high Terra league right now, and I have Terra Sneasler and Terra Superior.
What?
Yeah,
Both?
yes, I have both. It's double Terras with no
Who
Terra
needs
point
that?
limit. It's double Terras with no Terra point limit for some reason.
Oh my god. Okay. That's
To be fair, the
not
Mons are priced differently as Terra Captains, so I had to spend 16 on Superior and 19 on Sneasler, but like
that's worth it.
16 point Terra Superior with Terra that just boosts its special attack 100 base power no resist move. I feel like it's pretty good.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, with Stellar type too. That's gonna be
Stellar Contrary is crazy.
it's gonna be so fun to fight, I'm sure.
Thank God Enam can't Terra. Fuck that Mon.
Oh my god. Uh hmm. That's I think that's it for regular season. Not did I miss anything?
No, I mean I think we went over your team pretty well, and we talked about interesting games. It was nice
Okay.
having you on.
Uh
Maybe someone else will reach out to me after this video. Hopefully, um,
please. It's so interesting. Talk
you
about your
know,
season and
get
why you
get
didn't
some
go 12-2 or did go 12-2.
get some content out there. Maybe a team with a better Meowscarada. Someone could come
Why do you
on
have to
and
do it like
someone could
this?
come on and tell me why Mew is a good Pokemon. There's plenty of things we can talk about. Uh,
Okay.
I'll retract that. Mew is a good Pokemon, not for me.
Uh, maybe we could get the other one person who went 12-2 with a 42 differential and a Terra Gyarados to come on. Hi, Big Man Nico.
I that
So,
that is there another person that does exact numbers? Because that's pretty crazy if
yes,
there is.
in Hoenn.
12
It's
and 2.
crazy.
Wait, 12 and 2 with a 42 differential.
Yeah. Oh wait,
And
no, they
they
changed it. Oh no, the Gyarados isn't their Terra anymore. Oh,
well,
no fun.
that's unfortunate.
But they still have a Gyarados.
All right. Well, it was nice
Hey.
having you on.
Yeah,
And
thank you for having me.
anyone in the league wants to do this, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to make some more content for y'all. Bye everybody.
Bye bye.